Well, I need to welcome you back, and we'll see with the discussion we're having today. We're talking about the appointment of no other person but President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and what the appointment will mean for Nigerians, and what we really would love to have, especially as he thinks, or rather, look at his would-be cabinet, looking at the appointment he requested for and approval he got yesterday from no other but the upper chambers, and we're talking about the red chambers, the Senate. It is only likely and also reasonable and important we look at his likely choices, especially as they accounts to who would definitely make his cabinet. And that's what we're still having as a major discourse today. And I still have no other person but Mr. Solomon right there in Benin City, and also Barrister Diamond right here with me in the studios, all on the beat for us to truly understand it. And let's see if we bring you, Solomon Idiogbe, back to the discussion. Hello, Mr. Solomon, you're still there? Hello, Mr. Solomon Idiogbe. Okay, let's see how we can bring him on board.
I'm here.
Oh, better. Nice having you back with it. Now, let's look at it. I know you said you would really love is a mixture of technocrats and also politicians in the mix of his cabinet and his appointment. And many are also hopeful that he performed credibly well when he was governor of Lagos State on account of the persons he brought on board. We're talking about people like no other but Delia Alake and Akubweze, and also Babajide Fashola, and also Sunday Dare, like we made mention, and even the present governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, who was even commissioner of commerce and industry during the tenure of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But my own question is, I want us to broaden it and to also be frank in our own assessment. Now, do you see him, with his antecedents, likely having a formidable team that would definitely change the narrative? Because that's the wish of many Nigerians. And looking at how he has started and who he was and who he is now, do you see that really happening and changing the narrative? Because that's a major question, and that's been bothering Nigerians and definitely on the mind of many Nigerians.
Yes, I think that, like I had mentioned, that a mixed breed would do us better.
Okay.
And when I
Hello, Solomon.
For the Nigerian state,
okay,
than as individuals.
Okay.
For me, I think, like my brother, when he initially said he doesn't think politicians or mixed breed, he later opined that a mixture of it, whether as an individual or collective, whether you have technocrat as part as a percentage of your ESCO and the others as politicians, or you have individuals who have a background.
Hello, Solomon. Okay, it looks as if we're having issues with the connection, and I will plead with you to call. Let's see how we can get him back on it. But let me call. Yeah, okay, Solomon Ndiogba, you're still there with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, because we're having issues with the connection. It's going on and off.
Okay. Then for me, I think that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu would do, going by his antecedent, would do a mixed breed, because once he knows the issue, and if you like, whether you like it or not, he knows it's not widely accepted by the vast majority of Nigerians.
Yeah.
Basically because of the circumstances surrounding his emergence, and considering the fact that what errated is coming in. So I think it would be fair to serve Nigerians, at least in the first few years. As much as Solomon is not a fan of Ahmed Tinubu, basically because of his age, but by his antecedents, I think if given an opportunity, he's very most likely to do a mixed breed, which is he would know the right thing to fit in the right hole. Not choosing the Bajabia Miller to be a chief of staff.
Yes.
You know, that will strengthen the bond. That will strengthen the bond between the National Assembly
and the executive.
His executive, and then being a politician who understands it, also know how to navigate between the political circles and those outside.
Okay.
So I think that for me, the Tinubu's government will create, we do better. We'll do better
yeah, Solomon Idiogbe, I want us to quickly...
Baba go slow.
Okay, well, Solomon Idiogbe, I'll plead with you to hold on. I want us to quickly look at another angle, and is the issue of lopsided appointments that tinted the tenure of the past administration. And well, his administration was, right from the initial stage, always felt to be lopsided in his appointment. That even got a former retired army colonel and former governor, military governor of Kaduna State, Abubakar Umar, who wrote him that infamous letter in May of 2020, where he said his appointment was likely to destroy Nigeria. But let's look at it. Do you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because you spoke highly of his appointment, do you see him not going towards that trend of having a lopsided appointment? Because if we still will remember, under his cabinet as a governor, he had an indigene of Anambra State, Akubueze, as part of a commissioner for budget and planning. Do you see him acting differently from former President Muhammad Buhari in the issue of lopsided appointments?
Yes, I see him doing. I see him past government because, like you have mentioned, if you looked at his antecedents, he took from the north, east, south, and west. Everybody who served in his government were not purely. They were not just all Yorubas.
Yes.
You understand? And he, for instance, if you look at through the system of governance in Nigeria or the last administration, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not totally at home with the choices made by the immediate past President Muhammad Buhari. So I think that he will act differently. The dynamics of the nation. Well, of course, a few may also feel different that because he had a Muslim ticket, that he would want to also be lopsided in that way. I think he knew very well what followed, the criticism that followed the choice of a Muslim ticket, how they not tried to doctor and tailor by making fake bishop and all of that. I'm sure he would not want to expose his God to such ridicule and criticism, because he understands too that the social media now has given much more edge to young persons and the Nigerian people than the era before now. So if you ask me again and again, I'll tell you that I think he's going to do differently. It's not going to be a long-sided like our brother who did a pure northern agenda, and that's what he's going to do a southwestern agenda. I do not see it that way.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Yeah, Solomon Idiogbe.
Taking his LGF, from Benue, and taking his that's North Central now, and taking his chief of staff from Southwest, will show you that he's then most likely to do better. But right now, it's not yet enough to say who until the appointments are made. Once the appointments are made and they are not reflecting a true Nigerian characteristic, who will also come there and say he's not doing well.
Okay, well, I'll play with you to hold on. We need to continue with this. And let me bring you into it, Barrister Diamond, and look at it. Yeah, he said he feels he would act differently when it comes to the issue of appointment, which always, like I said, it tinted the administration of former President Muhammad Buhari. Do you see him going towards that trend of having different persons in his cabinet, irrespective of the region they are, and most likely going to make his cabinet more character-based rather than going one side in his own appointment also?
I totally agree with my brother that he's going to do better. Having said that, the position, the situation of the nation at moment should be looked beyond that.
Should be looked beyond that.
Yes. We should go above national unity.
Okay.
And go to an extent of national competence.
Irrespective of where the person comes from. That's your view.
That is my view. I also believe strongly That there's no region that you will look at that you will not see people with competence.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that the situation has gone beyond who you know, who has worked for me, where is the person coming from.
Yeah.
We should go to a level where every sector should be handled by somebody that have the capacity and the competence.
And not where he's from.
Where he's from. If we don't do it, then the economy of this country will not be able to stand. If you compare this position I've just raised now with the appointment made by the former president, in fact, it irritated many people when you see the kind of people. In fact, he was not in control. And I believe strongly that it's because of his age and his capacity.
Because we're also likely having someone of such age now. So it's always important we look at all of those as our yardstick in making our determination.
He was not in control. That's why you will be hearing statements like the cabal. The cabal. That the president is not aware, but the cabal. You see, it provokes somebody that knows the dynamic of governance. But it's not going to be the same, despite the fact that Tinubu is
aged.
When you look at his primaries at the party level, you will see that he was in command. It's a man of, because before you can be number one citizen in this country, you must have voice. You must have voice. You must be in control. Otherwise, put all the technocrats that you can think of. You will see the people that are very close to the president being the one giving command. And immediately the situation is like that, all the technocrats will not be able to perform. So the person, if you are coming to be the number one citizen, you must be a person that have a voice. You must look at a person like Obasanjo. You can't just play around. But what happened to Goodluck Jonathan was because it was not forceful. The words are not command. When you say this is how it's going to be, you will see all your followers, they are going to follow you. But let that command be in the right direction. Otherwise, it will also affect the economy.
Now talking about right direction, because that's where I was really want us to look at. And you raised it up, having the right persons irrespective of the right region. But we've also over time seen issues whereby we had almost like square holes in round, square pegs in round holes. And you also saw that even in the this past administration, where we had a lawyer as Minister of Works and Housing. Are we likely going to see that? And how really important is it for us to have the right persons with the right field or career manning that same position that's attributed to their profession?
That is what it means to have the number one having the capacity.
Okay.
You must know what you have come to do. In 2015, I said that this person they are giving to us does not have that capacity. It doesn't have that capacity. In fact, it doesn't even know what governance was then. Because the one is abreasted with then was go and you go, come and you come. Command, that one. It doesn't know that things have changed. You have to pass through different process before a decision will be taken on something. So when it was coming, the situation was different. Unlike when he would just give command and from
when
head
he was
to
the military
toe,
head of
people,
state.
yes, people will just obey. It's no longer like that when it comes to democracy. So when so
you felt that really affected his performance on choosing the right persons in the right position.
The right position. Because when you know what you want to achieve, you will go like President Obasanjo. You know that the economy needs people that have brain in respect of plan and everything. He brought Yes. Other people like that. He has an economic team that will always meet, they will analyze, then they will present to him. He will not take a decision. But this last one, even some of the ministers were even complaining that I just have to take it because I just respect the party. I know that I did not fit in this position. We heard comment like that. We heard comment like that. So when you don't know what you want to achieve, it will be very difficult for you to know those to bring in to help you to achieve your plan. But Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I'm not his fan, but I believe strongly, if not because of his age and his head, he can be in control. And he knows those to use to achieve his aim.
Now let me bring you into this, because that's another reason we're having this. And Solomon Idiogbe, hello sir, are you still there with us? Hello? Okay, let's see how we can bring Solomon Idiogbe into it, because I'm really concerned in asking this very question, having the right persons in the right helms of affair under this very administration, looking at the different issues. Hello, Solomon? Okay, we're having issues with that connection, and we'll be having it all day, and I'll just plead with you guys to really hold on. Let's see how we get that sorted out, and I'll bring him into the discussion. Let me quickly come back to you now, Barrister Diamond. The present party in government is the All Progressive Congress.
Yes.
And basically, we had one of the most heated elections in February and March of this year. That's almost making Nigerians seem to be more divided on political lines, with Labour on one side, the PDP on the other, and the All Progressive Congress, who is the ruling party in place. But my question, do you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu reaching out to the opposition in getting credible hands from them, in wanting to be a part of his government? Because why I'm asking that, you've been mentioning former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and I want to also still remember his regime. One person that acted credibly well was no other but late Dora Akinwule, and he got her from more like the opposition. He got her from no other person but former President Muhammadu Buhari, because she worked with him in the Petroleum Trust Fund, and she even got his heart when she returned money that was meant for one of her travels overseas to school, and she returned it when she did not go, and got his mind, and even got him nominating her to work on account of even Obasanjo's regime. Now, do you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu going that way, reaching out to the opposition in getting persons that are credible, that would really want to work with him? Do you see that happening? Undermining, we seem to be more divided.
I strongly believe
he will do so.
I strongly believe. One, Bola Tinubu is a politician. He knows what to do to capture the heart of Nigerians. He also knows what to do to capture the heart of the international community.
Okay.
We may blame him that he make some careless statement because of the subsidy that he removed while he was
in his very inaugural speech.
Yes. But do you know what happened to the stock exchange?
Immediately that pronouncement.
Yes. It went up. There was gain. Because they saw him as a person who will be able to take drastic decision. Who will be able to take drastic decision. And immediately he made that pronouncement. Even within our community, the price changed. In our neighboring countries, the price changed. We may suffer it at the moment, but I believe that the forces of the market,
demand and supply,
will stabilize the price.
So you strongly believe he's going to reach out to the opposition to get.
He will pick the best from them, the best. I believe strongly that he will go to Labour, pick one or two persons that are very good in Labour into his government. Go to PDP and do the same.
Well, thank you so much, Solomon Idugbe, for being with us and taking your time. I really know how stressful it has been with you, but thank you so much, Solomon Idugbe, reaching us all the way from Edo State and Benin City, to be precise. And more thanks to you also, Barrister Diamond Oniomo Vigo, for also spending your time with us. Being insightful and indeed quite clear on some parts and ministries you really want the government to do more on, and we really want to say we thank you so much. I might really want to call more on you anytime we would in actually having your views as it concerns some major issue that is playing out in the country. All the same, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure to be here.
Okay, well, anyway, more pleasure for me to say. We'll need to also go, but more thanks to you guys for always making Quest Today your number one morning tonic. We really would appreciate that. And to the crew out there, they're also making this work. We really would appreciate that. But for me, Michael Gabadia, God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.